In a time when Israel lived in fear and their enemies seemed too many to count, God called one unlikely man to lead his people to victory. Dawn broke over Israel, the land weary from years of enemy raids. Empty fields swayed in the wind, stripped bare by relentless Midianite attacks. Hoof prints and broken baskets told the story of stolen harvests and loss. Far below, a vast Midianite camp filled the valley with countless tents. In a small village, people moved quietly, fear shadowing their every step. Hidden from sight, Gideon threshed wheat in secret, wary of approaching danger. Sweat and dust marked his face, determination mixing with quiet fear. Suddenly, brilliant light filled the winepress. An angel of the Lord appeared. The angel's calm, confident gaze met Gideon's uncertain eyes. "The Lord is with you, mighty warrior," the angel declared with power. Gideon, puzzled, pointed to himself. "Me? Surely you mean someone else." A flash of memory, thousands of Midianite soldiers filled his mind with fear. The angel's warm smile and gentle gesture offered reassurance and peace. In Gideon's eyes, fear began to fade as hope quietly took root. That night, Gideon gazed at the stars, pondering the angel's words. Under the night sky, Gideon knelt in prayer, seeking God's guidance. At dawn, Gideon asked God for a sign through the morning dew. His eyes widened as the fleece dripped water into the earth below. A second sign, dry fleece on wet ground, confirmed God's call. Men gathered with weapons, answering Gideon's call to defend Israel. 32,000 soldiers stood ready, united in confidence and strength. But God told Gideon, "There are too many men for this battle." Gideon announced, "If you're afraid, you may go home now." Dust rose as thousands departed, leaving a smaller, quieter force. Only 10,000 remained, faces more serious than before. God spoke again, "This army will be reduced even further." At the river, soldiers drank, some kneeling, others scooping water by hand. Gideon watched closely, counting the men chosen for the final fight. Only 300 stood apart, God's selected warriors. Against the vast plain, the small army seemed impossibly few. That night, 300 men rested under the stars, torches dimmed. God's voice came, "I will give you the victory." Gideon breathed steadily, courage now replacing all fear. He handed out clay jars, torches, and trumpets, no swords at all. The men looked confused, yet trusted their leader completely. Under the night sky, they split into 3 groups around the camp. In the shadows, Gideon raised his hand, giving the silent signal. Hearts pounded as the soldiers gripped their jars and torches. With a crash, jars shattered and flames blazed into the night. 300 trumpets sounded, echoing through the valley below. "A sword for the Lord and for Gideon," they shouted as one. In the Midianite camp, soldiers woke in terror and confusion. Chaos erupted as they turned their weapons on each other. From above, the camp scattered in every direction. Gideon watched calmly as victory unfolded before his eyes. At dawn, the 300 stood on the hill, overlooking the empty camp. Smiles spread. Some knelt in thanks, praising God for deliverance. Gideon stood humbly, gazing toward the distant horizon. God uses the unlikely to do the extraordinary. Trust God. He can turn your little into more than enough.